to those shoes and feel.
You joined. I say, what was like to hear them coming back, and what does that continuity mean for you guys now?
It was pretty good because I knew I was coming back regardless of what happened. Like I told Coach B, maybe last Northwestern week, I told him as a teammate and walked in. I was like, I'm coming back already. He said he already know. Then after the bowl game, I called Isaiah, and then he was like, "Yeah, I'm about to post a picture and everything." So I was pretty excited. Then I talked to Julian. He was still deciding. Then a few days later, he posted too. So I was pretty excited for those two guys to come back because it means a lot for our unit.
Coach Miller talked about with you. He wants to see you cut it loose.
Yeah.
What does that look like to you? Like, how have you guys kind of had those conversations around putting that together?
Every conversation is kind of starts off with a story with him. He has some type of flashback memory or something happened in his life. Like it's a crazy time. And me and him are kind of like similar players from the way he put it, how he was in college. He was kind of like not hesitant, but he kind of wanted to sort things out from first. That's how I am. Like I'm just not gonna fly off and try to block people like 1,000 miles per hour every play. Like I want to make sure everything's right. And I think he wants to see more of me just having if you say killer mindset.
Is that easier said than done? Just because like this is who you are as a football player.
Right.
So like, how do you maybe start the process of turning that mindset?
I think it just comes with preparation and watching film and learning from what I do wrong, because when I'm doing something wrong, it's probably because I'm not doing it, unleashing everything that I have. And I think it's just spending more time up here in the facility, watching film, talking to him and talking with our other assistant coaches, trying to get better at this game.
So I know you were the sixth man last year. What do you envision for yourself this year? Because there's some openings there to be had.
For sure, I want to be in a starting role. That's always been my plan since I've been here in Plan A. But things happen, injuries, stuff like that. But now it's my last year. I can't really leave any uncertainties or doubts out there because I don't have another redo at this. So got to get everything I have.
Yeah, and I know you've been snapping a little bit at center. Coach maybe sounds like that was a conversation in the work with you guys.
Yeah, it was a little conversation during last season, especially during like bye weeks where we talked about it a little bit. I told him I wasn't opposed to it, but I knew we had recruits. People would say there's some uncertainties because of his size, but the way I see him practice, he can play. He can go against anybody in the country. So I'm right down the hill.
Yeah, so what have you you talk about leaving no doubts. Obviously, experimenting at center would probably be a part of that. Like, what do you like? What do you maybe hesitant on? With kind of going in on learning that?
I think it's just consistency. Like my staff has been pretty good, but just overall learning center, because the way we're set, center is the first person right there. Going against our defense, I'm going to be blocking somebody almost every play, and that's just learning something really different compared to guards, where I can have more so help from the tackle or the center.
How has the relationship with Bart kind of helped you navigate through the last 24 months? It seems like you two are pretty close.
I think really the injury really stepped it up, because when he first came here when the new coach staff came in the spring, it was kind of like an adjustment period. Like it wasn't more so resentment, but it was just getting to know him, because I had Coach McLean for 2 years, and that was somewhat of a familiar face. And Coach Miller comes in, I'm learning a new play style, learning new things in the offense. It was kind of weird, and I messed up a lot. So we kind of wouldn't say argued, but it was like a lot of disagreements. But I think when the injury happened, we kind of became closer because he went through a similar thing. And over time, I think it just helped our relationship get better.
What's important for you to show Jordyn this spring?
I think consistency is the main thing. That's always something I've been told from other coaches since I've been here. Just being consistent in my game, building a better routine for myself, coming in here, taking care of my body more, just starting to turn into a more professional athlete.